Welcome everyone to a super fun game between the Blind Bandit as the Bloody Hand against Jay Raptor as the Empire. This match took place on Dock Karaz for the Battle of Sigmar versus the boys. So in the front line here for Sigmar, we are going to be seeing 2 units of the Unbreakable Flagellants, the Sigma Suns for the Unbreakable Infantry in the back as well, and 4 units of Spearmen here dotted around the pocket. In the middle, we are going to have a single unit of the Archers, and the hero here, which is going to be the Amber Wizard. So the Amber Wizard today on foot will have the transformation of Gudon, Flock of Doom, and Wild Heart. In the front line, 2 units here of the War Wagons, very rarely seen, but we are going to have 1 mortar here for the artillery, and 1 here for the guns for the armor piercing. In the back left here with the Empire, we are going to have a ranged corps, 2 units here of the Huntsman in Stalk as well for the Sterling's Revenge here for the armor-piercing Free Company Militia, and also Stalk for Marcus Wolfhart. So we're going to be unspottable here with the Amber Bow, Focus Shot, Hunter's Snare, and Fleet-Footed. So also here a second Vanguard in the back. We are also going to have a Cavalry Corps, 2 units of the Fast Pistoliers, and a single unit of the Zindler's Reichsguard. Good here for their immune to psychology, and 120 armor. But for the boys here, for the Greenskins, for the Bloody Hand, we are going to have a Savage front line. 4 units of the Savage Orc Biggins, 2 units of the Savage Orcs as well, and in the back line here, 4 units of the Savage Orc Arrow Boys, and 3 units of the Savage Orc Boar Boys. I'm sure you're getting the idea. In the front, we're also going to have the Savage Lord, which is going to be Wazag, here on his boar with the effigy of the Git. Get back here, Foot of Gork, Brainbuster, the Bonewood Staff, and Squiggly Beast. So a massive Savage army here from the boys from the Bloody Hand, and they're going to be fighting here up against the Sigmunds. Now, as we can see, 2 Vanguard units. We should be able to get the cavalry in nice and quickly, but of course that ranged corps on the left-hand side might take a moment here to get in as well. So we're going to be shooting into the front line here using the War Wagon Mortars. They're going to do some pretty decent damage. Looks like they're going to change their targets to the Savage Orc Arrow Boys. Yeah, pretty decent damage there. Good health, only 2 models, but they'll certainly take damage over time. Guns in the front line, I'd like to see them see if they can target up against Wurzag. We do actually have 130 range, which is pretty decent there. We're not going to be able to catch them too easily with the Arrow Boys. They do have 140, but not too much armor piercing. 90 armor here for the War Wagons should keep them pretty tanky for a long time. Shots coming over the top, looks like they are going to be firing here into the War Wagons. Really not too much damage there. They are going to negate a lot of that base weapon damage. But in the back here, we can see charging in for Sigmar coming uphill. I would have really liked to see them come around the top first. But it looks like they are going to be trying to see if they can recharge the Savage Orc Boys. But they are going to be facing the wrong direction. Coming in with the Pistoliers. Hopefully trying to see if we get a couple of shots in. But now we're going to be charging downhill. And that's not favourable here for the Zintlers. No, they're going to be charging in and they're really going to struggle. Looks like they are going to get the better of the charge. But now the damage starting to come in for the boys. Boys getting a second unit charging down as well. Big arrows coming into the Pistoliers, effigy of the Git as well, and a fat charge from the Savage Orc Boys. They're going to do some great damage and even break the Pistoliers. They're actually going to shatter, so it's going to be 1 of 2 units down, and a Brainbuster here in the back on the second unit. Also going to be losing the Zintler's Reichsguard here, a very expensive unit of cavalry going down early doors. In the middle here, we are going to have the Terror Summon of the Feral Manticore as we're starting to push into the front line here with the Savage Orcs. Moving over here and chasing the nice guns of the War Wagons. Armor piercing not too prevalent or needed here, but as we can see, the Savage Orcs still going to push through. The big guns certainly going to do some nice work while going down there for the increased melee attack, armor piercing, and base weapon damage, but will also imbue that immune to psychology, which means the Terror will not be too affected by that nice Feral Manticore. In the back here, we can see that now we're starting to shoot here using the Huntsman. Sterling's Revenge coming into range as well to try and see if we can start shooting some of these Savage Orc Arrow Boys. On the side here, we have the Flagellants pushing out as they have beaten back the Savage Orcs. And now they're coming onto the Arrow Boys to see if they can do some extra damage and hold them back as well. In the front, looks like we are going to be getting Flock of Doom going down here on top of the Savage Orcs. But in the middle, we are starting to crump the front line of the Orcs. In the back, though, we have lost some arrows and we have lost some spearmen. Some of the front line here from the Empire is really depleting. Guns are going to be kiting here a little bit faster than the Savage Orcs, but here the mortars still going strong as well. They need to keep kiting because, of course, there's a mad load of fast infantry here from the Savage Orcs. In the back, the arrows should quickly take down the Flagellants. Only 5 models left. Coming back with the Orc Boys as well, but this core here is going to be exceptionally dangerous. We can see really giving it here to the ball boys. They're going to be going down relatively quickly here, but arrows coming straight over the top. A net coming in from Marcus Wolfhart as we shoot into the Sterling's Revenge. Some really nice damage there in the pocket, and this armor-piercing unit can certainly dish out some damage. Over here on the left, we can see some kiting with the Pistoliers. 90 speed running away here, only 70 for the ball boys. But if you do run away here, it is going to leave open gaps to charge down the Huntsman and maybe even Marcus Wolfhart. They're going to be coming around the corner here. Lots of arrows leafing in here from the Savage Orc Arrow Boys, just really giving it here to the Sterling's Revenge. Guns and spray here coming from the Pistoliers upon their cavalry horses as we charge in up against Marcus Wolfhart. But we do break a unit here of the Savage Orc Ball Boys. In the front here, pushing in with that infantry, we are going to be compromising the Amber Wizard. The front line of the Sigma Sons has just about held, but it looks like now we're going to be changing with the Blind Bandit, moving the Savage Orcs back here. We're going to be coming up against the range. This is where it's going to be dangerous. These Huntsmen are certainly lethal. Marcus Wolfhart is now yet again going to be free, and he's going to be piling his shots into the large Wurzag. On top of his boar, he's going to have a large hitbox, which is going to be pretty easily hit here by Marcus Wolfhart. The front line has been deleted here. We are going to have a very low level of Sigma Sons. Some Spearmen coming back here. Not too many models, but the main things here and the threats are going to be the double war wagons. Mortars still online, pretty decent ammunition, and relatively decent ammunition for the war wagons with the handguns as well. It looks like one of the units of the Huntsman is going to be breaking here. The second one, oh, looks like we can have a Brainbuster here in the pocket. Not as much damage as I would have expected, but still, damage is better than nothing. But here they are going to be holding strong. Shots coming in up against Wurzag. He's getting pretty low here, down to 1,098 health. Marcus Wolfhart here, still going to be pinging and trying to see if he can get on top of Wurzag. Looks like Get Back here is going to get popped to give him some added leadership. Gunfire here spreading into the Savage Orcs, and looks like the Amber Bow is going down. Amber Bow, oh, so much damage up against Wurzag. 285 health left for him. He's going to be wavering. One more shot here, and he could be done for. We are going to have the bonus first large shots here for the boy himself, but it looks like here in the front, we are going to move back in with this frontline infantry. Spearmen are going to be left, and now it's just going to be the war wagons. They can start getting used here as some very, very nice cavalry. On the side, the Pistolier still going strong. 40 models, just using the last of their ammunition now. So I'm now trying to slightly see them use them as cavalry here, just chasing off broken units and trying to see if they can benefit the Empire. In the back, the Huntsman, one unit holding, one unit breaking, and it looks like the Sterling's Revenge are coming back. Marcus Wolfhart is going to be kiting here up against the Savage Orc Biggins. Him alone will not count out and fulfilling the attacking rule, but he's still going to kite while to move in here with the War Wagons. War Wagons are going to be getting shot here by the triple Savage Orcs, and we are going to be moving in here with the Biggins as well. Biggins going to get kited here by these armor-piercing guns as they just fire straight into the face of these brave Orcs. In the back here, still shooting as well up against these Huntsmen. The more models that do go down, the less ammunition that is going to benefit the Empire. Still kiting here with Marcus Wolfhart. You might need to see if he can turn around and maybe start fighting soon, because unfortunately, you can only kite so far. So the Pistoliers are going to be chasing off Wurzag, an excellent use of them considering they've run out of ammunition. And here in the back, it now looks like we do have some chariots here with the war wagons. Mortars are still online and strong. 11 ammunition left. Could do some really great damage. No! Bandit has double stacked his Savage Orcs here. The Arrow Boys on top of each other taking huge damage here from the War Wagon Mortars. Spears coming back as well. Hopefully can put some pressure. Nice spread there. Or recognizing the mistake. One of the 4 units is going to go down here for the Arrow Boys. Still ammunition online. So a bit of a loss there, unfortunately. But in the back, we are going to push with the big guns. Big guns going to come straight after the Huntsman here in the pocket. If one drops and the other drops as well, they'd have to keep moving and running away whilst getting shot here by the Arrow Boys. So they are eventually going to catch them in combat here. We are going to remove them and shatter them. Brilliant word there from the big guns. In the back, we have broken the Sterling's Revenge here for the second time, the third time, and they will shatter. But in the back here, still moving strong are these war wagons. 3 models still online, still able to have some great cycle charging in the middle. Over here as well, it looks like we're still going to be chasing Wurzag on the backside, trying to see if we can get him off. Killing him would be better, but in theory, that could take a while here with the Pistoliers. Going to be 213. I'd rather see them come out to the right-hand side and push him off to the left, therefore getting rid of that leadership a little bit earlier on. Looks like here in the back, we have broken the last unit of Huntsman. We are going to be moving in with the Savage Orc Biggins. They are going to be having 37 speed up against 36 of the Huntsmen, so they should catch here pretty effectively. But in the back, we still have 2 units of the War Wagons still firing here with those mortars, trying to do some gate damage here in the middle. Really coming down here. Balance of power is going to be in the favor, though, of the Empire, which is quite strange here, considering you would imagine you have map dominance here from the Orcs. But it looks like we are going to be pushing off those huntsmen, and hopefully we can try and see if we can move in here. The war wagon shots are going to be going into Marcus Wolfhart, being a small single entity on foot. Of course here, a lot of that damage is going to be missed from all those arrows. The boys here are not known for their accuracy. Still chasing Wurzag. Wurzag still on 213 health, which means here the boys are not hitting too greatly. But as we can see, 4 arrows back online, as well as a unit of Savage Orcs, make that 2. We have a third over here on the left. Hopefully they can push into the back and start putting some pressure on these mortars, and maybe just push them out of the range here of firing straight on top of the range. Marcus Wolfhart still going to be shooting here. He has been noticed yet again. He did, for a short time, go into stalk, but he's still got 8 ammunition left. He can certainly fire here into the front line. Wurzag still going, negative 30 leadership. He's still going to get pushed off here by these pistoliers. They've pretty much pushed around the entirety of the map at this point. I think what we can do is we can probably skip on here just a little bit. Looks like it's just going to be a small bit of a chase. Shot's going to be firing here into Marcus Wolfhart, chasing off. It looks like he does leave there. That's going to be negative 16 leadership. That will break a few units as well. So it looks like here the Savage Orcs are going to move away. 3 units of arrows and a single unit of infantry online. So we are going to crash in here with the Pistoliers. The Pistoliers are going to break though. So the Pistoliers are going to be moving. Charging in for the right side though is going to be there by War Wagons, as we do try and clear up all the Savage Orc arrow boys. And looks like here the War Wagon's still firing in, and it looks like the Savage Orcs are still struggling. Marcus Wolfhart coming into combat, and that's going to be the win there for the Empire. Great game here between these two. Certainly some units you don't normally see, and a absolutely savage build here from the Blind Bandits. So 61 kills, 780 damage value for Wurzag. And for the Savage Orcs, 270, 480 as well. For the Big Guns, 148 kills, 666 damage value, 1,084 for 128 kills, 140 kills for 790, 62, and 703 damage value. 760 here for the Orc Arrow Boys, 630 and 625 as well. For the Cav, 1,082, 615, and 237. Really fun build there by the Blind Bandit. Jay Raptor with some really nice Vanguards, 2.4k here for Marcus Wolfhart. Really nice Amber Bows there going down on top of Wurzag. And here for the Amber Wizard, 114 damage value, 120 from the Spearman, and for the ones with shields, 120, 190, and 130. 603 and 502 for the Flagellants in the front line, 401 for 57 kills for the Sigma Suns, with 270 damage value for the Archers. 700 and 684 for the Huntsman, 417 from the Sterling's Revenge, and 455 here for the Zendler's Rights Guard. 105 for the Pistoliers, 900 as well for the second unit, and for the War Wagons with the guns, we are going to have 800 damage value and 1,200 for the mortars as well. So what an awesome fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a comment down below about what you thought as well. And if you are new here, maybe think about subscribing. If you're also new, do go down into that description. You can find all my other social media platforms, and most importantly, my Discord. Feel anybody is free to join there, so please do. You're going to see all of my single player and multiplayer content, as well as all of my leagues, tournaments, and you'll be able to leave your replays just like this one here on the Discord for me to cast in the future. Other than that, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourself during these times, and I'll see you all very, very soon.